to my channel. Is your girl great fit? If this is the first time you're coming across my video, please hit the notification button. Subscribe to my channel. Thank you for being part of the family. Yeah, we love you. We are glad you're here. Without you, there is no exploring the world. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for everything. Guys, today I want to talk about a different country. Now, I know that we've talked so much about Lithuania, and most of you are like, okay, we've heard so much about Lithuania, we've heard about Lithuania, and so many, so many information about Lithuania. I know. Guys, today I'm bringing your way something totally different. Let's talk about Norway. Okay, I usually get a lot of questions about Norway, but the thing is, I'm like wondering, okay, I'm not in Norway, so why do people expect me to know things about Norway? But it is what it is. When you're into agency, people expect you to know, like, even most of the countries you've never been to before. So I totally do understand. So it's not a problem for me. I just have to do my own research just to be sure that I know what I'm doing and how to go about the entire process. But like we all know, guys, I'm going to just take it one step at a time for better understanding of what we ought to be able to, like, know what we are doing and how we have to go about it. Because trust me, one thing is for us to, like, know about a country, and another thing is for we to, like, understand if someone wants to study in the country, what do we have to do, how do we go about it, in terms of their educational system, in terms of what is happening when it comes to the living cost, in terms of what is happening when it comes to immigration processes, in terms of what is happening when it comes to house rent, visa processing, what are the requirements that are needed, how do we go about it. These are like entire package. That is why before I start talking about a country, guys, I usually take my time to do my research. So the country I'm bringing your way today is Norway. Yes, I love Norway so much, guys. Norway is one of those countries I really want to go to. Norway is one of those countries I would like to live in. Even like now, I'm a bit skeptical because it's like you are trying to think about a country, and before you know, something else is just springing up somewhere, and you're like, are you really sure this is the country where I want to go to? Are you really sure this is the country where I want to school? Or are you really sure this is the country where I want to, like, end up, where I want to live my life? Like a lot of things, like, oh, yes, I do understand. So Norway. Now, I get these questions a lot. How much is Norway? How do I live in Norway? What about Norway? How do I study there? How do I go about my life? How do I do this? Guys, I'm not in Norway, but it's okay. So since there are a lot of questions, so I decided as a person to do my own research myself. So guys, today stay tuned. I'm bringing your way Norway. We are going to dive into it together. So the first question is, what is the capital of Norway? Of course, Oslo is the capital of Norway. Now, is Norway rich or poor? Okay, Norway, looking at it, we cannot say Norway is a poor country. Norway is not a poor country. So don't even go there, okay? Norway is not a poor country. And apart from that, Norway is ranked as one of the best countries to live in and has the lowest crime rate, okay? And that is why in recent years there has been a lot of students, even Africans, okay, rushing to go and study in Norway. And according to the United Nations Human Development Report, Norway is like one of the countries with the lowest crime rate. Okay, so everybody wants a country where you're going to go to live and you are safe. Security is very, very important. Okay, so guys, I am going to take this Norway thing one step at a time. Okay, I'm not going to talk about the studies yet. Okay, we are just trying to dive into the country to understand what kind of country is this country, what is happening there, what we're talking about, the people, how they live their life, and how everything is happening. We just have to understand first and foremost the kind of country it is, what we are expecting, what is going on in this country before we can just continue. So, first and foremost, I am just on the normal level, trying to establish what this country is all about, trying to establish how we can dive into this country, what is going on in this country, okay? What is Norway known for? Someone can be asking, what are they famous for? Okay, Norway is known as the land of midnight sun. If you're conversant with Norway or even seen pictures around Norway, guys, you're going to agree with me that most of the times when you see the picture, you see the cloud, like it has like one kind of color, like magical. I don't know how to say it, but the Norwegian cloud is like totally different. I'm so excited about Norway because I love Norway. I've never been to Norway, but I think I should go to Norway. I've been telling my friends we need to go to Norway. Trust me, we really, we, we really need to go to Norway because Norway is a very good place. A lot of good things. We need to go to Norway, okay? And apart from that, Norway is famous for its midnight sun. Also, they are famous for their phenomenal jots, the lakes, the magical skies. Like when you look at the Norwegian skies, man, the way it is and everything, okay? It's also famous for its languages and the Vikings and the folklore. And they are also, into this eco-friendly and apart from that, one of the most thing that is famous about Norway is their oil production. And apart from that, oil production, they have like a lot of things, okay, in Norway. They're famous for Tesla drivers. You know the Tesla car now, that brand. Wanna be a big guy. What about me, the big guy? Dirty man. Ooh. Tesla car is not for kids. It's not for babies. That electrical car, Tesla. While I was doing my research in one eco-friendly course I had like that on one Turkey university, I was opportune to like do this on a research on Tesla product. So that was how I came about the knowledge with Tesla. Okay. So which language is being spoken in Norway? Norvego. Norvego is the language that is being spoken. You're going to see it on the screen. And also, someone might be asking, do they speak English in Norway? Okay, the vast majority of Norwegians speak English in addition to their language, which is Norwegian. And then also it's very, very high. But most of the universities, even while I was searching online, I came to the realization that most of the courses in Norway is being taught in English, okay? So no need to be scared if when you come to Norway, if you can be able to get a school that is taught in English, of course, there are a lot of universities that are taught in English. You can be asking, is Norway, are they friendly to foreigners? The answer is yes. Average Norwegians are friendly to foreigners because as a country with a renowned reputation, a lot of foreigners are coming to the country. So of course, in every country, see, there's something I want to establish, something I want us to like get is that in every country, all over the world, anywhere you find yourself, there is what is called racism. It's everywhere. So most of the time, when someone be writing like, pay travels, I want to travel, but I don't want a country that they have racism. I don't want this. I just want a country where they love blacks. What? Okay. Now, this is what I'm going to say. There is no lie inside. No lie. Where is the lie? If you will see the lie, bring it out. Each and every one of us that is abroad today, one way or the other, don't experience racism. My you speaking, I can understand. We don't experience. The thing we say, as a color black, so not everybody like him. But once you dey country, you just got to know how to deal with them, how to flow with the people. Your neighbor sef fit no like you. Person wey fit see you for road like you just too black for their eye. They no wan know who you be, where you come from, whether your heart clean or you pure. Nobody care. You understand me? So that's how e be. So any country wey you wan go, you gats just get open mind. So I'm switching back. So what I'm trying to say is that any country you want to go to in the world, you just have to have a kind of open mindset. The reason is because we are from different historical backgrounds, different cultures, different norms, different values, different traditions. People are absolutely different. You don't expect everybody to dance to the tune of the music because you're from a different continent. Nobody absolutely cares. So when you find yourself in any country and you experiencing any kind of racism, sometimes we avoid a lot of things because it's normal. It happens. So, if the Norwegians are friendly, yes, they are. But of course, you don't expect everyone to like you like 100%. So that is why the best thing to do and the best recommendation I can give to you as a person that want to travel to abroad is to have a kind of open mindset. That is the best thing and the best way to go about it. Now, going further, looking at it, somebody will say, okay, what is happening? Is the healthcare free in Norway? Now, Norway have a kind of universal health coverage funded primarily by the general tax that is being done by the employers. Everybody working is like a contribution shared by the employers and the employee. So from all those tax collection and everything, the revenue the government is generating from the tax, they are using it for their universal health coverage. Okay, which is why you have your medical insurance in case you're having any problem or any kind of health issues that requires urgent needs. You can actually go to the hospital, and if you're working for a company and they provide you with medical insurance, you find out that you don't get to pay anything because it's already covered. So there's nothing for you to pay again. So another question right here is that can you immigrate to Norway? The answer is yes. You can get a resident permit for 1 year at a time when you try to migrate through studies. Oh, after 3 years studies, you can also apply for your resident permit in Norway. And another thing I found out while I was busy searching for all this information is that you can apply for your family can also come to live with you. That is like a very good thing. Which is to say that I think at the time I think Norway does dependent kind of visa. I'm still searching about the country. I'll find out on that if that is real or not. I'll see here to dive in more to find out about that information in terms of dependent visa. But I know that for students, of course, you need a block account in Norway. It's like mandatory. There's nothing to do about it. That is that and doesn't there. But of course, education is free. We are going to come for that. Okay. Oh, is education in Norway free? Public university in Norway do not charge student tuition fee, regardless of the student's country. Okay, so your country of origin does not matter. When you're coming to a public university in Norway, everything is absolutely free. But when it comes to the private institutions, I don't know about that if it's free as well. But of course, logically, we cannot just conclude that private universities should be free too, because they are like private, like the name it is private. Public is like for the government, and private is like privately owned universities, which I don't know if they are free as well. I'm still yet to find out that. But for public universities in Norway, absolutely they are free. So how much tax do foreigners pay in Norway? This is very, very important as a person that want to come to any country. Most of you want to actually travel abroad without checking the taxation of the country where you want to go to. Okay? Like most of you are craving so bad to come to Lithuania. Do you know that Lithuania is like 40% tax? So you have to like calculate it to be aware of what you're doing. That's why most of recent times now I've been encouraging people to go to Estonia. The reason is because Estonia has like 20% tax. And apart from that, there are a lot of jobs, a lot of companies. But now with things that are happening, we think that most of the jobs and the companies are not coming back to Lithuania. Like a lot of jobs and a lot of companies. So please, before you go to any country, do your background. Okay, check the taxation of any country where you want to stay or where you want to work. I think that will help you to be able to make a kind of informed decisions on what to do and what not to do. Okay, from the research, I found out that in Norway they pay like 24% tax. All right, and the tax rate is adjusted according to your incomes. So I think in Norway, the higher money you get, the more taxations you have to succumb to. So, yeah, that is how it is. All right. So, when you receive your salary and the tax has already been deducted, okay? So, and the tax is like, they take their tax because they need it to like do whatever they want to do. And someone might be asking that why is the tax high in Norway? The tax is relatively high because of the Norwegian welfare state. That's what they call a welfare state. Most of the Scandinavian countries that I mentioned in my previous videos, they have the welfare state. Okay, welfare state is like when the government has to like take care of you. Like in Norway, the government has to take care of them from cradle to death, meaning that from when they were born to when they leave the planet Earth. Mm. Norway, man. I understand. And Nigerians should be like, you say that's the truth. The government has to take care of them. Government pay them. So most of them in this Scandinavian countries they don't care about working because when government is taking care of you, paying you and everything, you give back. Government is paying your children. Government taking care of their medical health. Government taking care of their life. Government taking care of everything they do. So they don't even most of them never understand when you say you're going to work. But they're looking at it like, what is this one? What kind of work? Sound work. I know you don't blame them. You don't blame them. Also, their taxation is high because most of their tax revenue is spent on public services, such as health services, such as operations at the hospitals, education. We already talked about that. Transportations. Okay, so that is it. And the official language for Norway is Norwegian. That is the official language. So you know that most of these Schengen and European countries don't have like English as the official language. So it's only we in Africa that they came to colonize us and they gave us these languages. And that is why sometimes they're like, "Yeah, you have to speak English, speak English." But in their own listening, they don't really do much of this English speaking of a thing. So they just speak like a normal language. I get it. So now, what is Norway's religion? Talking about the religion, Norway is a very secular country. It's a kind of a country with freedom when it comes to religious activities. Sorry, guys. You know, freedom, and they just like do their thing. Okay, but the church in Norway is also known as the Lutheran, which is like the same thing in Estonia, I presume. And also they have the Catholicism and other Christian denominations. And also the widespread there, okay, in Norway is Islam. Islam is one of the largest religions in Norway. But apart from all this, they have like this secular kind of country, worship whatever. Not like we in Africa, where religion is like the heart of our countries, okay? It's not for us to fix our road, we pray for God to change the road. It's not for us to fix our hospitals, we pray for God to fix the hospitals. It's not for us to vote for a good governance, we pray for God to send governance. So everything in the part of the world where I come from, Nigeria, we pray and pray and pray in place of work and work and work. Even what Jesus Christ did on the cross was work. So there's a working part of life and there is a praying part of life. So that other people in the Western world, they've chosen the working part of life. Why we choose the praying part of life? That is why our country is just the way it is, rural, rumble, because we pray a lot in place of work, which is not working because things are getting easier. But now back to Norway. What is Norway currency? In Norway, they are using Norwegian krone. Okay, so that is what they are using. So, guys, I think for this video, this is like an introduction for Norway. This is it. So we will be coming your way again in continuation with this video where we're going to be talking about the population of Norway, the educational systems, what is happening, what do I need, can Nigerians apply, which schools are giving admissions, what do I need to apply, what are the documentations, what is the working hours. All these are going to come in the next video. So for now, this being established, guys, I really want to say a huge thank you. If today is the first time you're coming across any kind of my video, thank you so much for coming across my video. Also, don't forget to subscribe. The reason is because the more you subscribe, you get like a lot of information, and you're going to be seeing our faces more often. Thank you so much, guys. And if today is the first time you're coming across my video, please click the notification button. We don't have time, okay? Just click the notification button. Okay, okay, okay. So click the notification button and also drop your comments. Any question you want to ask about Norway, this is the time. We've dived into Norway. Ask those questions so we can deal with it together. This is your guy, Free. Thank you so much for coming across my channel.